everyone, thank you for joining us.
We do hope you read the guide in the description.
Partner practice, like anything partner related, requires a lot of communication.
And the better the communication, the better the practice and partnership. Wink wink.
With that said, let's get right into it. Our first pose for today is a gentle side stretch. To come into that stretch, we are sitting cross-legged. It could be either cross-legged or placing one of your legs on top of the thigh. We keep the distance of one forearm between our knees.
You gotta be farther.
And then from here, we're bringing our hands onto each other's hips. On the next inhale, we are extending our hands up in the air. And on the next exhale, we're aiming to grab either the elbow, but if you can't get to the elbow, that's fine. You can just grab hold of the wrist, whichever works for you. Inhaling together. Exhaling, gently pulling away. Next inhale, coming back up, and then swapping sides.
You're too close.
Okay.
It has to be from the elbow until the end of the wrist.
Bringing hands to the hips, inhaling hands up, exhaling, grabbing hold of each other's hands. Inhaling.
Grabbing hold of almost each other. So you're reaching almost for the elbow. Forearm, elbow. It's not going to be the hand. I mean, you might be that tall that it could be the hand actually. Sorry, we are just tiny people. We're just middle earth, you know.
Maybe even looking up.
The best view is always up.
Inhaling, coming back up. Exhaling here. From here, we're standing up, standing in front of each other, having our hands extended.
Feet not together, feet hip distance apart.
And then from here, so actually, we are standing a little bit more than our hands width apart. So we kind of tilted forward.
Trapezium.
Trapezium. From here, on your next inhale, I'm bending my elbows and I'm coming forward. Coming back up. Then, Pav is bending his elbows and coming forward. Inhaling to come back up. Next one, I'm keeping my hands straight. Pav is bending his elbows, bringing me towards him. And then the last one, I'm bending my elbows, bringing Pav closer towards me. And on your next exhale, coming back up.
And again.
And again. Bending, coming forward.
Olga's moving forwards. I am moving forwards. Olga's moving forwards. I am moving forwards. Okay, moving on.
Moving on. Standing back to back towards each other.
Slightly taking the feet apart from each other so the heels don't touch. Wrapping the elbows.
On my next inhale, I'm stepping forward.
I'm stepping forward a bit. Starting to press the weight into your back. So basically this would be a counterbalance, pushing the backs to each other.
Maybe stepping forward, coming down.
To sit in and lifting up. Exhaling to sit in. Inhaling up. Exhaling to sitting. Take a breath in here. And then exhale, lower all the way down. Lovely.
From here, turning around so now we can see each other. I am bringing my feet and putting them on the insides of Pav's feet.
My ankles.
His ankles. Keeping my back straight. Pav is keeping his back straight. We are extending the arms. I'm inhaling to lengthen. And then as I exhale, I bring...
Ow, just kidding.
As I exhale, I bring Pav closer towards the ground by pulling away.
Oh, so good.
Staying here for a few breaths.
Can I have some more push on the ankles? Oh, no. Pushing the ankles. Less pull to the back. Good communication, right?
Inhaling to come back up.
No.
I think Pav really likes that one. And then swapping sides. Exhaling, folding as Pav is pulling away.
Grab me higher. So depending on the length of your arms, you might need to readjust your grip. So you see here with Olga and me, I have oddly long arms, I think, so it works better if she grabs further up the forearm, doesn't it? So more push on the feet. Working with the breath.
And I think that's enough for me, thank you.
Communication. You could have a safe word here. Giggle. What is our safe word?
I don't know.
We gotta come up. And inhaling. Coming up, moving on to one of my favorites.
Okay, so with this one, actually if I can move a little bit forward, I'm bringing my feet onto Pav's back. I'm aiming for a little bend, so when this pose goes into its peak, I'm going to have my legs extended. So now I'm gently bending them. From here, Pav is bringing his arms to the back. I'm grabbing hold of Pav's hands, so above the wrists, inhaling to lengthen, and then as I exhale, I straighten my legs, giving Pav a really nice chest opening. Staying here for a few breaths. Inhaling to come back up, letting go of the hands, and then from here, swapping sides.
Swap-roo! Okay, and then I'll give this. You ready?
Actually, could you bring your legs a little bit lower? Thank you very much.
Lower than that?
No, I think that's perfect.
Careful with the hair. And backside. How is that?
That's okay, thank you.
More?
Thank you.
Less?
No, I think that's just right. A little bit less.
So sometimes to go deeper, it's actually easier if you go lower first and then allow to sink back down deeper.
And then see if you can bring your legs a little bit lower down my spine.
How about that?
A bit less. Less with the hand.
Yeah, less with the hands, more with the feet. Yeah?
Okay, inhaling, come back.
Flying! Wow,
then
trust exercise.
From here, we're moving into trust exercises, which are really fun. For that one, I'm standing up. Pav is bringing his back onto the mat. From here, I'm standing in front of Pav. My feet are in front of him, but close enough so he can brush his fingers onto my toes.
Feel the toes.
From here, Pav is bringing his feet onto my hip bones, and for us the best placement of the feet is when the hip bone is on that, just underneath that padded side of the foot.
Food. I'm hungry, sorry. Okay.
What's really important for me in here is to keep straight. So my body is engaged as if I was doing a plank. My core is engaged, my legs are and glutes are engaged. From here, hands are alongside the body. I'm looking Pav in the eye.
Just one.
In the eyes. And the most important thing, I trust him. I completely trust him at this point.
As Olga's applying her weight, I'm bending into my knees deeper. Yeah, just do it with control. So you don't have to go as deep as I will go. I will try to see how deep I can go. When you do it, especially for the first time, perhaps you don't want to go that deep. Once you reach your destination, which is your maximum stretch, just stay there, breathe, keep looking each other in the eyes, check you're okay, and then when you decide to come up, it's again communication, so I'm about to go up.
Okay, as a flyer, I just keep straight. I'm not bending forward and I'm not opening my back. Keeping straight in your plank, looking each other in the eyes.
And then as I start to push against Olga, she's coming right back up to standing. Do several of those.
Should we swap sides?
No.
Yes, you're gonna be flying.
Okay. Do it. Can you brush my feet?
Closer.
Oh god, okay. Placement. Feel free to manhandle. I'm just kidding. As in, put the feet where you want them to be. Okay, I'm ready. I'm looking you in the eye.
Okay, so if your partner is heavier than you, feel free to bring your hands onto the top of your thighs
To support your
to
legs, I
support
guess.
your legs.
I'm coming. Can I have more push? Yeah, that's it. Superman. Oops, sorry.
So with Pav, I'm not comfortable to go as slow as he did, purely because I know that my legs won't be able to support his weight. I'm staying here.
It still feels awesome. I feel like I'm flying. Can you make the noise of air?
And on the next inhale, coming back up.
Well done. Nice one. Moving on.
Moving on. Another trust exercise. For this one, Pav is keeping his legs straight. His feet are open as if they were about to walk onto the ceiling. If you have a tight hamstrings, feel free to place a blanket or a rolled up mat underneath your hips.
This will elevate your hips, so then maybe you can keep your line with the knees bent. Because you say keep your legs straight, but not everybody will be happy with that.
When Pav says the line, he means the line going from the heels to the hip bones. Once his hips are elevated, he will still be able to keep that line.
Ish.
Okay. So from here, I'm bringing my elbows onto Pav's feet. I'm tipping forward, and as I do that, I'm trying to bring my legs up in the air.
And
What I'm
squeeze.
doing with my thighs, I'm really squeezing Pav's legs in. That gives me extra balance.
Nice. And yeah, as the base, I just keep my feet together, keep my legs together, and just remember my center of gravity is somewhere where my belly button is. So that's what I'm trying to imagine that Olga is flying above. That's the hover space where I'm keeping her safe and flying.
To come out of this pose, I'm simply bringing my legs back to the ground.
Swap through.
And with this one, we are not going to swap.
I ate too much. Moving on.
Okay, moving on. For the next one, actually, can you be a base first going from this side?
Oh yeah, first. So I'm basing.
Pav is basing. He is coming into his plank. And then from his plank, he's moving into his down dog. I am bringing my hands in front of Pav's hands, shoulder width apart, my shoulder width apart. And then from here, I'm bending one of my legs and placing my foot to the side of Pav's sacrum. Then I'm applying a little bit of pressure, straightening my legs, and then bringing the second one. So in here, I'm in my down dog. If I walk my hands in front, I'm able to allow a little bit more pressure, adding a bit more pressure into Pav's back.
Look, mommy, no hands.
Able to lift his hands. The second version of that is bringing my hands in line with my shoulders, and then in here I can work on my handstand, lifting one of the legs up in the air. And once I did one, then I can do the second one. To come out of this pose, I'm bending my knees and stepping one leg in front, adding another leg. Coming back,
Swap through.
and now we're swapping sides.
So again, try to find the mirroring, right? Hands in the same line as the other hand. Same. How's that? So I can move my hands forwards and push more up. And then bring the hands in. Practice for my handstand. Yay! And then coming out, bend the knees. Down. Moving on.
Moving on.
Ah,
Okay,
again one of my favorites.
actually I'm thinking of adding one,
Oh yeah.
that one.
Oh, I see. Like here.
So Pav is bringing his spine onto the mat. From here, I'm stepping in. My legs are close to Pav's hips. From here, Pav is extending his hands up. Fingers are pointed forward. This gives me a shelf. I can grab hold of Pav's wrists and then bring my shoulders onto his hands. My head is pointed down. Then from here, I can bring my hands just underneath the knees, and then I can step my legs onto Pav's knees. Staying here for a few breaths.
Can you show the raise as well?
If you are comfortable with the inversions, feel free to lift one knee and then the second one up. If that feels easy, you might even play with extending your legs to the sides.
Floor. Yeah, you could do okay.
On the next inhale, bringing your feet back towards your tuck position, and then from here, stepping your legs back onto your base knees. To dismantle, bending the legs, and then stepping forward.
Knee as the base, just really commit. Wrists in line with your elbows, with your shoulders. Not trying to lift up the shoulders off the mat, staying nicely placed back down. So constantly staying firm. Should have said that at the beginning, right? We're not going to swap for that one either.
No, we're not swapping for that one. And then maybe adding one more, and
Yeah.
this is again for people who are really comfortable with the headstands. So for that one, Pav is sitting onto the mat. He's got his knees pointed towards the sky. His feet are on the mat. From here, I prepare my hands as if I was going to go into my headstand, so interlacing my fingers, bringing my elbows shoulder width apart on the inside of Pav's
Calves.
thank you. From here, on my next inhale, I'm bringing my head onto the ground, extending my legs up.
I'm grabbing hold of Olga's hip, and then she starts to walk into her handstand. So that support for the hips is always there. Nice and firm. You can support your elbows with your knees, so there's nice firmness. Quite tight, but yeah, let your partner still do some work.
And on the next inhale, I'm lifting my hips up in the air. And then maybe even extending one leg or extending another leg.
I'm just there being firm and supportive, squeezing gently with my calves so Olga has that support there. Hands on the hips, again, not too much force, just a gentle support.
And if I want to practice a back bend, I am bending one leg, trying to find
Bend more.
Pav's shoulder. Oops.
Bend more. So, but yeah, that's. Oops.
And once I found one
We'll
shoulder,
cancel that, don't worry. We'll cut.
once I find one shoulder, I find the other shoulder with the second leg. From here, if you've got enough strength into arms, you can look up and place your hands as if you were going for Scorpio Pose.
For the base, you have to engage your core, transverse abdominal, all around that tube, so you have a nice support still pushing upwards. Because you're pushing against Olga's legs, your partner's legs.
On your next exhale, interlacing the hands, placing the top of your head onto the mat, pushing through your forearms, and then coming back into your headstand, and then lifting your toes back down onto the mat. For this one, it's good to stay in a child's pose for a couple of breaths.
And as the partner, you can assist here as well. So you're standing behind your partner, placing one hand on the sacrum, so that's the area just above the tailbone, the other one on the upper back, just behind the neck, inhaling with your partner, and as they exhale, you kind of stretching, almost like you want to just stretch out. So pushing down, but slightly to the sides. How does that feel?
Really nice.
And if your hand goes down, feel free to pick it up with the inhalation, and then exhaling. Keep giving them that length. Now something fun for me.
Inhaling, coming up. Do you want to do that as well?
Sure, I'll try, yeah. Scary.
Swapping sides.
So again, only if you're comfortable with your handstand, right? Headstand, sorry. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
Can I have more squeeze at the legs? Legs. Yeah, thank you. Okay, left leg, come down. Am I far?
No, not far, a little bit more. Push through your legs. Very nice.
It feels like I'm going way too far. Push less with your hands. Less with your hands. Less. Thank you. Less, even less. Less with your hand, please. Thank you.
And again, I give Pav that really nice child's pose assist, bringing one hand just above the sacrum. Next one at the top of the shoulders and pushing. So basically I'm pushing out, down and out. On the next inhale, coming back up. And the last pose which we are going to do today, it's a really, really gentle twist. I think you need to turn this way. Coming off the mat. So, Pav has his back onto the mat. His knees are bent. And then he's shifting his knees to one side, looking towards another. What I'm doing here, I'm coming close to his lower back, supporting his lower back with my leg, bringing my hand, one of my hands on top of the knee, and then the second hand on top of the shoulder, and pushing down and slightly out. Inhaling, coming back up. Exhaling for the other side. And again, my legs are close to Pav's lower back. One of my hands on top of the thigh, on top of the shoulder, and then the second one on top of the knee. Inhaling, coming back up.
Swapping through.
And then swapping.
So letting your partner settle, find their side, spread their wings. Do you have enough space for your wings? Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
exhale to one side. The hip behind the sacrum, lumbar spine. Placing one hand on the bones, yeah, not on the body, not on the muscles, just the bone more. And then breathing with your partner as they exhale. Yeah, so usually the exhalation is where we release. Inhaling, exhaling. Just to go deeper.
That's nice.
So communication. Before we put force, ask. So maybe they're perfect where they are. Is that good? Couple of breaths on one side. Moving out, down the partner to adjust, and we'll be on the way. So move around. Careful for plants, house plants. And then exhaling on the other side. Again, bringing in that hip, or this hip this time, sorry, supporting the lumbar spine. Again, bones, yes, you're aiming for the bones. Same on the knees, just behind the knee, doesn't have to be exactly on the knee. I'll probably suggest slightly behind, because again it's that sensation of pulling down and pushing. Inhaling with your partner, exhaling. Deeper. Ask. In these static poses, it can get a bit funny quiet if you're not playing any music. So if your partner has any birthmarks or any spots, you count them and you tell them exactly how many they have. And a couple more breaths. And when you finish that side, you release. Like that. I think that's it. Right, so thank you for watching.
Thank you for watching. Thank you for joining us. If you do this class again, feel free to stop at any point and stay in the poses as long as you like.
Do it more. Take care. Namaste.